Major.
He does.
All right, so
I said it.
we can talk
I
about
was going to put it on his thing.
Joe Biden's rescue dog called Major.
Called Major.
So then I was wrong about him this whole time.
That's it. You got to love the guy for
So we're going to start a recording here, and it's our first recording since this election started.
We have to
Since
talk
for
about
many
that.
people, the election still hasn't finished, but
Technically, it's not
here we
over.
are.
that.
Here we are.
Oh, it's so warm.
My question is this: has there ever been a presidential election where a city, a complete city, where 82% of the vote were for one person?
No.
By what I saw, right, they're trying to tell us that 82% of the people in Philadelphia voted for Biden.
Well, how
Am I
how
wrong
would they
in that?
know
I mean, that's the numbers I saw.
Well, that's the number they projected, right?
No, that's what they counted.
They're not done yet, though, are they? They're waiting for Erie and parts of Philadelphia.
Erie's bad.
Erie went for
Bad things
Biden.
happen in Erie. Oh no, that's Philadelphia.
Both of your little hometowns.
Yeah, both of where you came from.
So what do you
Listen,
think?
It's like I said before. All of the rule changes in the election, because there's more than just the whole mail-in thing. I think either way, no matter who won, they knew that the chaos that it would cause
I never thought it'd be like this.
would be
Did you?
beneficial.
Do you think it?
Because the best way to never needing to concede is to cause so much question.
What do you think of that?
But yet now everybody's calling Trump to concede, even though Hillary hasn't conceded 4 years later.
She called him that night.
But what happened ever since then? Every time she was in the thing, I won the vote. I should have been the president.
Now, do you think a president should? Do you think there should be electoral college?
Yes, without a doubt, there has to be.
But they're gerrymandering, though.
No,
They kind of put it
see,
in their favor.
people only complain when it doesn't go their way.
Oh, went my way
This time,
this time.
did it go last time?
No.
No. So
And
that
I
was the whole
looked
thing.
at it.
No electoral. So then, what you would end up with is California, New York, and Texas would choose our president every year.
And they have because they have huge electoral votes.
And they would
California
choose.
is 53.
They would choose for everybody though.
Pennsylvania's 23, right? 20. How much does New York have? They have to have a big amount.
Yeah, I don't know, but you can't. There's no way that you would have a representation of the majority of Americans if you didn't have.
By
it.
popular vote, you don't think that would work?
Well, see, a popular vote is what a pure democratic government is.
Yeah.
It's mob rule.
You think
It's
so?
oh yeah. See, the little people, right? And this is what I
Like
don't
me.
get about people that are minorities, how they don't. Well, especially in a libertarian view,
Yeah.
why they want democratic government, because then the majority rules. 100%.
Do you think it would be?
All of the gay rights, all these other things, all these extra rights that were added.
Yeah.
There's no way none of that would happen in a completely democratic government.
I thought the Democratic thing was for that.
Well, that's what they say. But if you have a democratic form of government,
Yeah.
that's majority rule.
Yeah.
So that everybody has to agree. So the people that like if I mean, especially like with gay rights, they'd have no chance whatsoever of having a voice, because today, even with all of the changes and they still have a majority that would say, "Oh, I don't want to have nothing to do with them."
Well, do you think? I think Biden will never get anything done.
And he's only going to
With
be a
the
fourth-term
divide,
president. He
the
already
way it
said
is, and I think
Listen,
Trump has
you-
such
you
a
ha-
hold on the
you have
on
to-
the Republicans.
You have to admit, though, Trump never. I mean, he was under attack for
From day
4
one.
years
Yeah, he was.
and still got stuff done.
He was. I don't know why he'd want to be president again. I mean, really, you know how I feel about him, but he really didn't have a
I think
chance.
he loves the country.
What's that?
Do you think he loves the country?
If he loves the country, concede, and then let them cut.
It's not over yet.
Let them
That makes no sense whatsoever.
December 14th, the Electoral College votes.
So
To me, it's
if
all
you're
American.
having, listen, so
But
if,
you-
I've been
Either way-
voting since Carter.
But
so
it's not
if you
over
and somebody else share a property, okay, and you share a house, and you want to be able to control what food to buy, okay, for everybody, and the other person wants to only buy food that you hate, and there's say 4 people and they all voted, and it was 3-1 even, that they want to buy the food that you hate. Would you want to concede?
Well, you don't think so? You're thinking that the votes should be recounted.
Well, that's not what I was saying in that conversation, but yeah, I think the vote should be recounted, especially in Philadelphia because it's so corrupt.
Is it like?
Oh yeah, come on.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you know better than me because you live there, but
It's always been like that.
I don't. I never heard of that.
I think what's
This
his
is my
name?
ninth president that
Out
I
of
voted for. It's
Chicago.
always been
What was the
Democratic.
government's the governor that got put in jail, Gloriach or whatever?
Oh yeah,
I thought it was
Gorge.
funny. He comes
Yeah.
out and says, "What's this?"
That guy with all the hair.
It's like it's all. That's like their culture.
Yeah.
Is to cheat on elections.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. They
He
don't-
just got out of jail too.
Yeah.
Trump pardoned
Well,
him.
Trump pardoned him.
Yeah.
But again, it became so easy
297.
not only to cheat a bit, right? But no matter what the outcome was, you were going to call the election into question because of the relaxed rules. So
But-
that no matter what happened, one side or the other would complain about it.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a question, like an asterisk next to this election
But-
for the next 4 years.
Being from Pennsylvania, now I dropped my ballot off because I had a mail-in ballot because I had it in May for the June election because the COVID was still going
Right.
on. So instead of going in person, I said let's just bring our ballots over to Dixon City building where they had the thing. So within 5 hours, I got a verification that my vote was in Lackawanna County voting, whatever, was where it was supposed to be. On November 4th, I got an email that my vote was counted. So how does this
But I bet you they would have let you
happen?
go in person and vote twice. Did
I
you?
think-
How
I
though?
think-
Because they look at your name. I mean, you have to show.
You can go on and check. If you voted by mail or anything like that, you can go on and check and see if you were.
I got an email saying that.
But what if you're a dead person?
Didn't you say somebody from Philadelphia was dead and voted?
Joe
would-
Frazier, who's been dead for years.
The boxer.
Yeah.
See, how'd you
He
know
voted.
that was?
He voted for Biden.
He
Because I'm
said it
old.
yesterday, and I had no idea.
Oh, I'm old because I'm old.
The problem is this, that when you open it up so much, that even if you lose, you can contest it.
Yeah, but wasn't.
You can cause chaos.
Yeah, but Philadelphia's always Democrat. It's always Democrat. All these big cities.
Yeah, I know. Look at the way it runs.
I don't know. I don't know how it runs. I mean, I think it has its problems, like every big city, like Chicago.
And every one of them, who runs them?
It's a Democrat. Stop. Why can't we all just get along?
Why can't we just get things right?
Why don't we just?
Why do people have to cheat? Why do people have to commit
you
fraud?
think-
Why do people have to try to enforce their beliefs and their rules on everybody else?
Do you really think there's going to be enough votes that's going to swing this election?
No, I don't think they're going to catch enough. I don't think there will. Even if.
Yeah, but for the
I don't-
integrity of our country, I hope
Yeah,
there isn't mass
listen.
fraud.
Well, I was telling
That's
him.
what you need to do. You need to look at it this way. It's not really about Trump or Biden. It's about our country. I mean, why could anybody, how on earth could anybody not want to make sure that everything is on the up and up?
Well, that's what I was saying.
Unless you're dirty.
I don't
Unless you're
post on
okay with it
Facebook
being
a lot.
dirty.
But I was telling them, and I really meant this, I'm thinking, when I was 18, well, I was 20 because Nixon was in when I was 18 and I had to wait till Jimmy Carter. And I was so proud to be able to vote.
So we're going to end up with the same gas prices too. You watch.
Stop. I get paid
So
money.
you're the reason why we had a
It's
gas
my-
shortage.
Okay, everything's my fault. The minute, who's that? Frank, Frank wants to kill me.
Oh, wait. We were chatting about you yesterday because Major's like, oh, your girlfriend's going to miss you.
I
and
did miss
she-
you. I
She's
was
going to
here.
ask, yeah, you guys aren't here. I must be fired. So Mrs. Hudson goes, we should tell her yes someday. We said, no way.
Oh.
Like, as a joke.
At this age, I'll be.
We said-
At
we
least
said-
I could retire.
We said, no way we would never say that.
So,
What is this?
They're my petty cash slips. I
Oh.
tell you that all the time. Can you fill this out for the toll yesterday?
so Major,
Yeah,
listen.
I mean, nobody should be okay with what's going on.
So
Nobody.
Exactly. And I said to Emma, and I thought of, I'm thinking, think about a first-time voter who votes in this presidential election and what their head is thinking.
Mm-hmm.
This is not how we do this. Like
This
this
is-
doesn't happen in any other election except
You know,
this.
and it's very tempting too to just say, oh, let's just move on. Let's just move on. The problem is, man, we can't move forward if we're this broken.
Yeah.
Something needs to be fixed
Yes.
because this whole process was a mess from day one.
And they had cameras
Even
in there. Like,
well, the thing was, they were supposed to have people watching the ballot counting, but they were denied that access.
and they said they were. They said, yeah, they. I guess some of them were.
There's
told-
pictures of them taking
10 feet.
tables up and putting tables up in front of the windows so that the people that were supposed to watch couldn't watch.
I didn't see that.
It's called cause question because that then causes chaos. If you bring it into question, then
How do you spell lieutenant?
LT.
LT?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because now everybody's.
What's his last name? Weems?
Weems.
He has to ask a deficit.
WEEMS.
Because everybody's now questioning it. I'm even questioning it. So that
And it should be questioned. It was crazy.
I was when.
You know, the whole thing, there was a whole lot of stuff that was debunked, like the Sharpies bleeding through.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. No, that was
You know,
silly.
well, if it was
This
true, it wouldn't have been silly,
Then,
but
then what they did was called them up and said, "You can revote. You can come and, you know."
yeah.
But here's the.
Look, when Joe Frazier's voting,
Yeah, that's a little crazy. But how does that get proved? Like, do we give our licenses? I haven't voted in person since.
here's the thing.
Do we just show our license?
no,
Yeah.
no.
No, we don't.
No, but we should. We should have to vote in person and show identification.
There you go.
None of this would happen.
Problem
But
solved.
the fear was that it would have been a cut and dry election and Trump would have won and they wouldn't have any recourse. This way, from day one, you put question in people's minds, and even if your person loses, there's still that question. Look, Gore still complains
Does he?
about Florida. Now he's
No,
the
that
one.
was one
Well, see,
state.
here's the other thing. He's the one that contested that and brought the legal system
Yeah, it was
into
like
it.
500
And then he
votes.
picked and choose which counties he wanted recounted because they were the ones that would show favorites
Really?
to his. He didn't pick the whole state of Florida. He only picked the counties that would be beneficial to
Oh, I
him
didn't know
for a
that.
recount.
I just knew it was like 500 votes in Florida.
So when people on the Democratic side are standing there saying, "Oh, he should just concede," wait a minute, please, that's crazy. Because you still got a guy for 20 years now complaining, and Hillary complained for the last 4 years.
Well, the Russian thing too. That was a big issue.
Well, who's the Russian thing?
Well, they said
He
the Russian
conspired with Russia more than he did.
There was nothing this year, this cycle about Russians. You didn't hear.
No,
You didn't even hear it uttered.
because that's all been put aside and prove. You know, they wasted the first 2 years or plus of his presidency focusing on that. I'm surprised. Like I say, the guy got as much done as he did.
Well, you know, I think this is just not going to be over for a long
The
time.
thing is, too, and I was talking to somebody the other day, it's funny because it always seems like the things that they blame other people for are the things that they do themselves.
Well, my mother always said that. That was one of my mother's things. And if you're lying on mine, you probably do it yourself. Yeah. But, I don't
It's
know.
crazy.
You know, I'm
All right, so that was a long. We're back. This is our first recording since the election started. I'm still not saying it's over.
It's not over. Oh, the election?
I don't think it's going to change hands,
To be
but
continued.
No, but
Yes.
Trump shouldn't concede yet.
right, he
No,
shouldn't.
I don't believe it's time.
He shouldn't
I think
concede
he
yet.
Not yet. He didn't win yet. And he's gonna.
Listen,
he's
give
gonna
him.
win, but-
Let me ask this: he should still at least get the same 37 days that Gore got.
Well, he should
Let's
be
give
out
him
there
that.
governing. He's hiding. What's
What?
he doing? He's afraid to come out.
What are you
He's
talking
playing
about?
golf.
What are you talking about?
Disaster.
Yeah, and what happened?
Joe took over.
Are you insane?
Yes.
Joe hasn't done anything.
Well, he's trying. He did a news
Trying what?
conference.
So listen. So your buddy Cuomo, right?
Yeah, let's talk about him. He got-
Let's talk about it, okay?
He
So
has been
we have
You
a
gotta listen to my side too.
we have a what do you call it now, right? A vaccination.
Yeah.
Cuomo comes out and says, "Whoa, it's good that we got the vaccination. It's good and bad news. We got a vaccination. That's good.
That was
But it's during Trump.
I know. I didn't hear that.
Gee.
That was wrong.
And then he says, "Well, we should." Well,
We should wait.
hold off until Biden's administration can throw the vaccine out. Okay, so let's kill.
Stick
more
them in
people.
nursing homes."
2 months. The next 2
Yeah.
months, everybody should
I
die
mean-
until Biden.
All right, so
I'm
we're
not a
done. We'll
tit for
continue.
tat person
We'll
like
continue
that.
this next week. Let's say
Yeah, to be continued.
lunch is over. Say
Period,
goodbye.
period, period.
Bye.
Goodbye.